Jackboi. How you sitting here, bruh, telling people to stop pumping a narrative while you're sitting on Instagram Live pumping a narrative that K-Shine is running from you and ducking you? Let's talk about it. God, oh my God, oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. Jackboi, you are not sitting here on Instagram Live, bro. You are not sitting here on Instagram Live pushing this narrative that K-Shine is ducking you, bro. You are not sitting here on Instagram Live pumping this narrative that K-Shine is scared to battle you, bro. Oh my God. Jack, we gotta talk, bro. We gotta talk. We gotta talk about this, man. Jack, I don't know what's going on. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling and I have an idea what's going on with Jack right now and why he's on Instagram Live saying all these things, telling people not to push narratives while he's sitting here pushing this narrative that K-Shine is ducking him and is scared of him. I think I know what's going on, bro. Jackboi is feeling away. Jackboi is feeling away about what happened, or better yet, what didn't happen on Sunday in New York City, Irving Plaza, homecoming. Jackboi is starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Jackboi is starting to feel a little bit guilty, which is why we have Jackboi on camera, right? Painting narratives and trying to get us to believe things that just aren't true. The first one, that K-Shine is ducking and running from Jackboi, Maine. This is after K-Shine's flight situation was intentionally sabotaged by URL. And K-Shine still managed to find a way to get to the event to complete the objective. He's saying this after K-Shine showed up. Even though his flight arrangements got messed up somewhere along the lines, K-Shine still showed up to smoke your boots. And you got the nerve to sit here and say that K-Shine is ducking from you and running from you, bro. I feel for Jackboi, Maine right now, because what happened on that Sunday, right, was at Jackboi's expense. It was at Jackboi's expense. The only person who was going to be receiving any kind of backlash from what the URL forced to happen on Sunday is going to be Jackboi. This is why I feel like Jackboi is now speaking and saying things like this, because he's feeling that pressure now, bro. People are coming at and talking about Jackboi. It's Jackboi's fault that the battle didn't go down. It's Jackboi's fault, which is partially true, right? Because we were told that Jackboi had some seizures or whatever the case was. We know Jackboi suffers from lupus and blase blah. But Jackboi, right, knows that it wasn't his fault. That's what's pissing him off right now. That's what's making him feel away, is the fact that Jackboi knows it wasn't his fault. Jackboi actually showed up to that venue that day to battle K-Shine. He wanted to battle K-Shine. He came ready and prepared to battle K-Shine. But the powers that be did not allow it to happen, bro. Did not allow it to happen, bro. Even though K-Shine's flight situation was messed up, right? Nobody knew whether or not Shine was going to show up to the event now because the flight situation got messed up somehow, right? Somehow got messed up along the lines. Still made it. And the URL did not allow the battle to go down. at Jakkboi's expense. They said it was because Jakkboi was having seizures, this, that, and the fifth, bro. They did this not even thinking about how Jakkboi's going to feel, whether or not Jakkboi's going to say something or speak out. They did that not knowing or understanding any of that. But it's seeming like Jakkboi is feeling some of the backlash from that situation. And again, this is why I say that what happened at Homecoming Sunday was at Jakkboi's expense, bro. Because it's not the URL that's going to be accused for it. Only people like me know what's going on. The regular fans and everybody's going to think that it's Jakkboi's fault. When in fact, the URL simply did not want to allow K-Shine to battle. That's what really happened. That's what really happened that night. Some people are wondering, some people might be wondering, oh, why is it that K-Shine, they didn't want K-Shine to battle? Why is it that they didn't want K-Shine to battle? Well, let me do the mathematics, right? Let's do the math. K-Shine tweeted out a couple of weeks before the event that this was going to be his last battle on URL. Shortly after that, ARP, salute to ARP, tweets out that the coach has been asking about a K-Shine versus Murder Mook battle for a while. This was a conversation that was being had. So those are two seeds already that were planted by K-Shine and a competitor leak that tells URL that they need to do something about the situation. Again, keep in mind, URL is an umbrella. URL is a machine. URL is contract-based, just a business. They're trying to lock battlers down into their situation. They're trying to monopolize battle rap and get as many battle rappers under their umbrella as possible. So basically, this battle would have completed K-Shine's contract with the URL. This battle would have completed his contract with the URL. Then K-Shine would have been able to do whatever he wants to do, whether it be go battle for RBE, go battle for the competitor, go try to lock in a battle with Mook over with ARP, whatever he could have done whatever the hell he wanted because his contract was over with. But the URL caught wind of K-Shine saying it was his last URL battle. They also caught wind of ARP, right? Talking about a K-Shine versus Murder Mook battle. So the URL is looking at this like, whoa, wait a second. This is not how we roll. We all know how the URL rolls. We all know they have the heavy hand in battle rap. We all know this. Block battles, block situations, sabotage, all this. We know how the URL gets down. So the URL is looking at this now like, whoa, K-Shine is one of our assets. K-Shine is an asset. Whether you like K-Shine or not, K-Shine is an asset to the URL. URL is not trying to lose one of their assets that they helped build to a competitor, bruh. It's just not in their nature. They're not trying to allow that to happen. They don't want anybody, if they can help it, to battle for RBE. They want to eliminate all competition at all costs. That's business. It's not a beef between RBE and UR. It's business. So this is the situation. That's the situation. So now URL, right, goes to the extent of trying to make it so that Shine doesn't show up or no shows. So they try to make it so that he no shows now, because now they're under they caught wind of, oh, this is going to be K-Shine's last battle. He's planning on leaving, going over to competition, blah, blah. So the URL is working now to sabotage K-Shine and make it so that he no shows the battle, which is why his flight situation got messed up on Friday night. Let's do the math. We're doing the mathematics here. That's why it got sabotaged on Friday night, because the URL caught wind of all this. And if they can make it so that K-Shine no-shows, if they can make it so that K-Shine no-shows the event, K-Shine is stuck under URL contract. He's stuck because he no-showed. He didn't show up. It was an agreement. It was an obligation, and you didn't make it there. But guess what happened? K-Shine showed up. K-Shine found his own way to the event and showed up. He showed up because K-Shine wanted to complete his contract and get up out of there and do what he wants, what he needs to do. URL understands the element of energy, right? I'm going to transition into this. You're going to see the transition right now. URL understands the power of energy. K-Shine is from NYC. K-Shine gets a lot of love from NYC. They love him out there, bro. They love him. K-Shine pulls up to the event, bro. There's people showing him love. Zip him up, K-Shine. Oh, Shine 3030. Oh, Shine. So you see, bro, the energy is on K-Shine's side in the situation building up to this battle. One of the reasons was because K-Shine made it there, even though the URL tried to sabotage him so that he didn't make it there. So now, energy, and I might as well say God, is on K-Shine's side. Everything is on K-Shine's side right now, especially the energy. The energy. We're going to get a little bit more into that in just a second. The energy. There was no way that K-Shine was going to lose in that building on that night in New York City. Lord have mercy. It was not possible. It was not possible. There's nothing that anybody can tell me on this earth that would make me believe that Jakkboi could have possibly won that night versus K-Shine. And you know what? Energy often determines the direction that something is going to go in battle rap. Some of you guys don't even know, but I'm about to put y'all on. Energy often determines what battles are coming up next, the order of battles, how things and what order things go. Energy plays a big role in that. Energy. Do y'all remember? Let me not even jump there yet. Energy. The energy was on K-Shine's side. K-Shine was going to end that night, smoke Jakkboi's boots, and he was going to look amazing doing it. K-Shine was going to look amazing doing it. You think URL is going to allow that to happen, bro? After having caught wind that K-Shine plans on this being his last battle, bro? And going to, and ARP talking about K-Shine versus Murder Moon. Y'all think URL is going to allow that shit to happen, bro? K-Shine just walk away scot-free, looking like the absolute man after he just destroyed one of the people that URL is trying to build? This is business, bruh. No. There's no way I'm going to allow one of my assets to successfully complete his contract and smoke this guy that we're trying to build and then go battle for the competitor. No way. The URL did everything in its power to sabotage this battle. Now, whether or not K-Shine is currently still locked in that contract, that's something I am not 100% sure about, because K-Shine showed up. It's not like he didn't show up. He showed up. It was URL that canceled the battle. So as far as what the status is with K-Shine's contract in that situation, I'm not sure. But I'm keeping an ear and an eye open for that. I am. So now, after all that having happened, Jakkboi, right, is on Instagram Live creating a narrative now that K-Shine is scared to battle him. Why? Because K-Shine didn't want to battle you in the first place, Jakkboi. This battle was forced onto K-Shine. This battle was forced onto K-Shine because the URL felt that it would be a good matchup. The URL wanted to see this. The URL wants to give you the opportunity, like they wanted to give Mook to Easy, to build you up. K-Shine did not want to do this. K-Shine never wanted to do the battle. And he has every reason in the world to feel that way. K-Shine doesn't think that Jakkboi has done enough. And I, for one, agree, Jakkboi. So where do you get off thinking a legend, bro, like K-Shine is ducking you and or scared of you, bruh? How? How you sitting here telling us not to create a narrative while creating a narrative? Let me get back into this topic of energy, because some of you guys probably still don't understand what I'm talking about, right? Energy helps to determine what happens up on that stage. And what I mean is, here's what I mean. Do y'all remember Summer Madness? 2022, Summer Madness. Just a few months ago. Summer Madness. It was a gun title Summer Madness. Y'all remember? Tay-Rock, Chess, Easy, Surf. It was a gun title Summer Madness. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember what happened the first two battles? No, matter of fact, let me start here. Y'all remember who was supposed to be the main event to that card? Do y'all remember who was supposed to main event Summer Madness 2022? Sue Surf versus JC. That's who was supposed to headline. That was the plan. That's what was on the card. That's what was discussed. That's what they've been saying. Sue Surf versus JC was supposed to be the headline to that card. Do y'all remember what happened and how that card played out? The order of the battles? First, we had Chess. Right? Out of the gun titles. First, we had Chess. Chess had a terrible battle. Terrible battle, bruh. Throwing up, this, that, and the fifth. Terrible. Who went up next? Tay-Rock versus Swamp. How did that go? That didn't go too good for Tay-Rock, bruh. Tay-Rock started getting booed, raccoons, this, that, and the fifth. Bro, so far, not so good. So far, gun titles looks like they're doing terrible up here on the stage. But gun titles is our assets. They're under our umbrella. We need to make these guys look good. Because these are guys that we want to push. We need to do something. We need to change this energy somehow. After Chess went up against, I forgot who Chess battled, and Tay-Rock and Swamp went up. Who was supposed to go next? Easy versus Calico. Because Sue Surf and JC were supposed to be the main events. But what happened? They switched the order of those two battles. They had Sue Surf versus JC go after Tay-Rock versus Swamp. They tried to tell us that it was because of a flight. It was because of a flight. But if it was because of a flight that order got changed, was the flight just booked the day of? Was this flight literally just booked 20 minutes ago? So we're just now finding out about a flight the same day of the event? We didn't already know about this flight when we booked it? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. That order of the card was not changed because of a flight. That flight was already booked. They already knew what time things were happening and who was going and what was... The order was changed because of the energy in the building. Gun titles was getting smoked. Gun titles was losing. As a business, you don't want to see your asset losing. You can't see that. You need to try and manipulate. You need to try and change the energy. You need to try and... So what they do, they put up their superstar to go after Chess getting smoked and Tay-Rod getting booed. They put up their superstar, Sue Surf, because Sue Surf is going to change the energy. Sue Surf is going to outperform. He's going to wake this crowd up. That's why the order of that card was changed. If Easy versus Calico went after Tay-Rock versus Swamp, it was not going to be a good night for gun titles. It wasn't going to be a very good night for gun titles at all. Because that Easy versus Calico battle wasn't a clear battle. So if we would have had Chess getting smoked, Tay-Rod getting booed, Easy with a debatable battle, and then finally Sue Surf, bro, that looks terrible. The optics look terrible. A big reason that this stage is a big deal in battle rap is because of optics. We can persuade and we can manipulate people to think somebody won who didn't win. We can persuade. This is why the stage is so important, bro. And this is what I mean when I say that energy determines what happens. Do y'all remember when Sue Surf was supposed to battle Cortez? Do y'all remember that? It was supposed to go down in Atlanta the first time. Do y'all remember what the temperature was leading up to that battle in Atlanta? Does anybody remember what the temperature was? The temperature was changing because at first, a lot of the community had Sue Surf, obviously. Oh, Cortez versus Sue Surf announced. Oh, Surf is going to smoke Cortez. Oh, Surf is going to do him dirty. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I pay attention. Leading up to the battle, that narrative was changing. That narrative of Sue Surf smoking Cortez was changing. It was changing. Now I start to see a lot more people saying things like, Oh, Cortez is the underdog. I got the underdog coming into this. Oh, Cortez has been quiet for a while. He hasn't been saying nothing. He's probably actually like really, really writing and really, really working. And I'm seeing the momentum change. I'm seeing the energy start to change and be on the side of Cortez. And what happens on the day of the event, bruh? Do y'all remember what happened on the day that Smfh and Cortez was supposed to go down for the first time initially in Atlanta? Y'all remember what happened? Smfh ended up in some type of altercation, some random altercation, bruh, which ended up causing this battle to be rescheduled. What did that do? What did that do? Those things have an effect, bro. That completely killed any momentum that Cortez might have had going into the battle. Because again, the narrative was shifting. The energy was shifting. These are some of the ways, and this is what I say when I mean, this is what I mean when I say energy really helps to determine and dictate what happens, bro, sometimes. Like as it pertains to battles not going down, as it pertains to a battle being rescheduled, as it pertains to all these things, bro, the energy determines what happens. So the energy in this situation, K-Shine and Jakkboi, was completely stripped away from K-Shine. Completely. In a situation with Smfh versus Cortez, it being rescheduled, the energy was completely stripped away from Cortez. The energy in Summer Madness, right? They tried to shift because Gun Titles was getting their asses whooped that night, which is why Smfh ended up going second to last. Because had Chess got smoked, Tay-Rock got booed, and Easy had a debatable battle with Calico, the whole culture would have probably determined that Gun Titles took an L that night. But URL as a business can't have the vast majority of the culture looking down on people that are their assets and that make them money and that are their investments, which is why those types of things would happen. Jakkboi Maine, bruh. Jakkboi, bruh. Again, I feel bad because what happened on Sunday, and I know it wasn't your fault. I know it wasn't your fault, bro. Let me just out and say, I know it wasn't your fault, bro. I know you were just following orders. I know you were just doing what you were told to do, which is partly why Jakkboi's feeling away right now, because he's hearing feedback from the community. He's hearing people say stuff like, oh, Jakkboi would have got smoked by Shine, or Jakkboi's scared of Shine. I mean, he's hearing whatever it is he's hearing, and he's feeling away about it because it wasn't his fault that the battle didn't go down. He's probably actually very angry at the fact that he couldn't battle that night because it wasn't his choice. Let me know what y'all think of this whole situation, man. You already know what it is. Stop painting narratives. It's your boy Joe coming at you live and direct from the battle.